Tai Chi. Yeah, it's Tai Chi. Good for your health. Where was I? Why am I dressing like a spider? And why am I talking like that? Who are you, a detective? I just binge watched the Spider-Man noir TV show, and I know I'm late again. But hey, hear me out. It's really hard to sing this with this mask. But here's the thing. The God is heavy here. Here's the thing. Spider-Man Noir is absolute pick. And oh my god, let me catch my breath. It's absolute pick. You know why? And I will tell you why. Just give it a second. Okay. Spider-Man Noir is a brand new tale of our beloved Spider, and it's played by Nicolas Cage, and it's set in 1930s, and it's followed on the story of Ben Reilly, aka Ben Reilly. We know it's Peter Parker. They couldn't use the real name because of all the rights, but yeah, it's Ben Reilly. He's a detective in the New York. God damn it, it's so fucking hot. Yeah, he's a detective in New York City, and he was the Spider. He was the Spider-Man, but he retired for 5 years because, a spoiler warning, his wife died, or his girlfriend died, and he swore he never take on the mask, and yada yada. We follow on the story, and I must say I was quite surprised. I came in there and started watching it as a Nicolas Cage fan and a Spider-Man fan, and I said, if it is bad, it is bad. And I was shocked. It is very goddamn good. It's pretty goddamn good. I cannot do the accent. I'm sorry. I tried. I cannot do the accent. But yeah, the show itself is great. The story, I must admit, I thought it's gonna be a cheap story, but it had layers to it. It has depth, character development, great writing, great payoff, except the ending, which I would get to that in a moment. But yeah, beside that, the story was great, the characters were great, the villains were yeah, the villains were but the one thing that I swear to God they cooked with it, beside the costumes and mannerism of Spider-Man, which I would get that in a moment, was the intro. My fucking God, it was beautiful.
Lately I've been staring at a broken mirror, needing someone to come out. Hey.
It was beautiful. I swear to God, it was beautiful. And the intro, I never skipped it because they picked the best song for it. And by the way, what the hell is this? Let's change it back to the black and white. Yeah. What's the matter with you? You watching it in color? What are you? New gen? What is this? We're watching it in black and white, as it God intended. You know, I watched it in black and white. Maybe the 1 or 2 episodes was in color, but yeah, one of the main film selling point of this TV show was that you can watch it in black and white as it intended, or watch it in color. And for visual, the color is good, but for the aesthetics and feeling the show, the black and white was great. I was immersed by it, and damn, I'm, I'm fucking taking it. Oh my god, it's fucking hot. Yeah. The music was great, the characters were great. Nicolas Cage was phenomenal as Ben Reilly, and he actually put a new spin on the spider, like not the normal kind we used to, like Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield or Tom Holland. No. His Spider-Man was ruthless because the Spider-Man noir is ruthless, and he doesn't have any codes that he would not try to kill anybody and say, oh, I'm a good guy. No, Ben Reilly straight up kill people in this series. Straight up shoot them, put them in a goddamn train, get run by a train. He doesn't give a shit, and I love it. It's a new perspective of the webhead we didn't used to see. How he'd be terrifying. And also, the side characters were phenomenal. What am I mean by that? Beside Ben Reilly, aka the Spider, we have Jeanette, the secretary of Ben Reilly. She was great. We have Robbie, the friend of the Spider-Man, Ben Reilly, the journalist, who's working for Daily Bugle, and I don't know how Daily Bugle is built around in 1930s up until present day. I don't know how they keep running this goddamn newspaper, but yeah, Cat Hardy. But by the way, Cat Hardy was actually Felicia Hardy because of the writing things and other things. They didn't use Felicia Hardy, but they said Cat Hardy, a little bit playful with the word, and it was great too. Cat Hardy, the actress, did a phenomenal job to actually wants me to fucking hate it. I'm sorry. Wants me to actually care about the character and also hate it, because if you watch the show, you know why you must hate it. You care about her and her chemistry with Ben, but also I cannot fucking for the love of God. How the fuck does he do this? I cannot do this and talking and with this mask on, and he fight the crimes. How the fuck am I doing this? Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, Cat Hardy was phenomenal. Silvermane was the main antagonist of the show. I don't know where they put Silvermane from, but he was actually great, and the actor that played it was goddamn beautiful. They couldn't pick them better actor for Silvermane. It was great. It was phenomenal. And there are other villains of Spider-Man. There is Sandman, Electro, or Megawatt. They call him Megawatt. And Tombstone, but they don't call him Tombstone yet. Ah, fuck. Okay. Yeah, they don't call him the Tombstone. And yeah, that's about it. This is the whole line of the villainry we got in this movie. in this TV show. But the other things that are good in this, beside the obvious things that I've been talking about, was the okay the light went out. It was truly aesthetic. But yeah, the one thing that's other than the writing was alright. Yes, I fixed the light. The megawatt was messing with my lights. But yeah, the costumes were great, the side characters were great, the story was actually nice, it had depth. The one thing I didn't really didn't like, but I could get past by it because I watched it in black and white, was the CGI and the villain themselves. Like Sandman, it wasn't really a Sandman. His hands got bigger, like he was stung by a goddamn bee or something. He just said whoop, and that's about it. And his face looked like he got a fucking slip on the beach and got sand stuck on his face. The megawatt I'm sorry, the megawatt or electro, it was okay. The electric wine on his hands were great. Yeah, and oh yeah, the tombstone, I have mixed feelings. It was okay. He was starting to mutate. Oh yeah, the other part of the story that I was keep forgetting is how the villains are actually connected with Spider-Man, because it's actually a common theme that all of the Spider-Man villains always somehow connect to him or Peter Parker in story. So these villains were in the World War II. They were prisoners and they were Germans. Those goddamn Germans were experimenting on them, and yeah, they were experimenting on them, and they got these weird powers. And we actually see the origin story of Ben Reilly. It was pretty goddamn scary, but yeah, we got the origin story of Ben Reilly. He was got bitten by a man spider, not a spider. It's completely different. Yeah, completely different. Yeah, but yeah, the other thing that I really like was Nick Cage himself. His mannerism, his sarcastic tone, his jokes, all the things that if you love Nick Cage, you will love this show, because it's Nick Cage playing Spider-Man and all of this stuff that he will do that usually don't Spider-Man do. Like for example, he created this thing that he's more like a spider than a man, so he will somehow do this, or when he get beaten in a fight, he will crawl up like a dead bug and say yeah like that. And when he sleep in the night, he will sleep like a dead bug. Then he get healed and he just like that. And yeah, it's pretty cool. And also he's a drunk, and I love it, because if they didn't show a Spider-Man drink, a Spider-Man noir drink, it would be pretty underwhelming, because Spider-Man noir is set in the 1930s, as I mentioned, and he's a heavy drinker, and he doesn't have any kill rules. So he will just elaborate. He will be killing everyone and drinking some whiskey and every wine in the city, and he doesn't care. But other than that, the show, it was great. It was phenomenal, and I know it's been a while since it came out, but I just want to talk about it. It was a pretty epic show that it made me came out of fucking retirement. And by the way, I'm inspired, Jan. And welcome back, everybody. Where was I and how long I was out of the YouTube? It doesn't matter. Why am I have a goatee? It doesn't matter. Why am I have a glass? It doesn't matter. What's matter is I'm back, and this show was great. Thanks for watching. As always, I'm the Echo, and I will see you guys later. Until then, I'm inspired, Janet.